Mr. Mayor, it wasn't only the adjudication from the Supreme Court over Purdah which looked at your efforts on air quality in London. It was also the Advertising Standards Authority. And they upheld the Advertising Standards Authority, ASA. They upheld the complaint made against you and TfL in your ultra-low emission zone consultation, which suggested, where you said the proposal would halve all air pollutants. They found in favour of the complaint, and as a result, can you confirm whether TfL are appealing against this ASA ruling and thus wasting public money in defending a dodgy advert you've used to promote your ULEZ proposal?
Well, you know, I'm afraid to say, Murad, I haven't studied that judgment by the Advertising Standards Authority. I'm in the heat of the recent election campaign. I have to say I didn't even know that they had found against us in some tiny respect. What we are trying to do is reduce NO2 dramatically through an ultra-low emission zone. I will study carefully what claims TfL has made and whether or not they are excessive for what this ultra-low emission zone will achieve, but I think it will achieve very substantial reductions in nitrogen dioxide, and that is what we intend to do.
Yeah, I'm sorry that you haven't been briefed by TfL, because I think actually it's more... It points the finger to yourself and TfL more so than the Supreme Court judgment. Can you now tell me what you're going to do now that that judgment has exposed you for misleading Londoners on the air pollution benefits of your ULEZ, and what steps are you going to take to ensure it isn't repeated and that your ULEZ proposals are going to be beefed up and expanded?
Well, I can tell you what the ULEZ is going to do. It is going to ensure that we achieve 80% of compliance for the central London zone on nitrogen dioxide by 2020. And there's a variety of measures. We've already reduced nitrogen dioxide by 20%. I think emissions on some of the worst areas, if you look at Marylebone Road, for instance, for some of the real hotspots, since I was elected, they've come down by 12%. That's a great achievement. That's achievement through the use of new technology, driving forward cleaner air in London. I think we can be very proud of that. The reductions in PM10s, PM2.5s, the dust stuff is down by 15%. The intention of the ULEZ is to go much, much further and to create a zone in central London where vehicles will generally be extremely clean, and there will be, from memory, Euro 6 for diesel, Euro 4 for petrol, all taxis will have to be zero-emission capable, and so on. And the result will be a radical improvement in air quality in central London. And you know, to follow up what Jenny says, yes, of course, if other boroughs want to bolt themselves on, provided the costs of that are reasonably shared, or provided it's not too expensive, I see no reason whatever, provided there are no technical impediments, I see no reason whatever why we shouldn't advance on that
Mr.
front.
Mayor,
But
I
do not believe that alone would solve the problem. We need also to have a diesel scrappage scheme.
Mr. Mayor, I ask you to read this judgment because I think actually it poses the questions and gives a third-party clarification that actually the figures that you're claiming aren't what they seem to be, and that the claims that you'll reduce all pollutants by 50% just doesn't stand. That's why they've judged it to be a dodgy advert, and it's not the best way to start ULEZ advert.